Welcome to another installment of the Basics, and on today's show we're going back into the Star Trek customizable card game, and I want to talk about objective cards. Now, not everybody uses these in their decks. Some of them are useful, some are not. You have to determine if they're right for your deck and if they're going to help you move the game along, and I'm going to show you how that works. Objective cards are exactly as they sound. They give you another objective to achieve in the game through downloading cards and using things you already have out on the space line to accomplish these goals. So for example, if you're playing as the Borg, there's this objective card called Established Gateway. So you can seed it in the seed phase or you can play it on the table. Target a space mission with a point box, if not yet scouted. Your Borg may scout that location. If you already have Borg there, you can probe, and if you have the requirements, the sector's cleared, you can download a transwarp network gateway, and you score 25 points. So that can help you out in that situation. If you're playing as Borg, you have an extra ship that's not doing anything. That's an easy 25 points if everything goes well. So in that case, it's useful. Now, as you may or may not know, objective cards, not all of them, but some of them have countdown. So that 4 means after 4 turns it disappears and it goes into your discard pile. Other cards like Explore Gamma Quadrant, that seeds again, or you can play it on table. At any time, place on your ship docked at a facility in the Alpha Quadrant. So if you're playing Bajoran or Federation or Cardassian and you have your stations out, you can use that. If you have a ship's crew that solves a Gamma Quadrant mission while they're over there, the ship returns and docks at your facility, and you draw 3 cards and score 5 points. I like that because in some cases it might be the right moment to play this and get 3 extra cards in your hand, which may in fact help you greatly, and the 5 extra bonus points don't hurt either. You have some cards that are a little bit more heavy, like the Omega Directive. So again, seed or you play it on table. If you place on a ship with the matching commander aboard, so if you have the Enterprise E or D and you have Picard, or if you're playing a Delta Quadrant deck with Voyager and you have Janeway, etc., while ship is that same location as an Omega particle, it may ignore affiliation attack restrictions. So even if you're playing Federation and this happens, you're not only just scoring the 10 points after reaching the requirements, you can attack anybody because of the Omega particle. Very helpful, but this is the kind of card that can get you into more problems than it's worth. For Dominion, you can use something like Impersonate Captive, so you become a captured personnel. So if you have a personnel card that you've captured with high attributes, you've become that, and you can now use that to infiltrate or to help you complete other missions. As I've mentioned with other types of cards, objective cards are not for every deck. So you have to pay attention when you're inserting them into your deck. I don't like using them, if possible, but they can be helpful. Now, there is one big downside to objective cards, and that is they take up a lot of space in your deck if you have too many. I played someone years ago, many times over in house games, who started to rely on objective cards for easy downloading and for scoring those extra points, and he ended up losing more often than not, because in cases where he needed to draw a couple good event cards or an extra personnel or an interrupt, he'd come up with 2 or 3 useless objective cards that didn't work in that situation. So this is why I've never been big on using them in my own decks. I do have a couple in my smaller decks, but I'm not a big fan of them. I never have been. It's up to you if you want to use them or not. Have a good day.